the question is what's wrong with Cam? Cam Newton hasn't won a football game in his last 8 starts. They went 6-2 last year. Cam hurt his shoulder, and then everything changed. And then this year, his shoulder was supposed to be fine, and he hurt his foot in pregame. And Cam doesn't look at all like the MVP quarterback, of course, but like a Pro Bowl quarterback. He's missing guys by 2 feet over their heads. There was one play before the third down that got them within striking distance of that fourth down play, where Carolina ran 2 receivers in the red zone, one shallow of the end zone, one into the end zone. Cam missed the one shallow of the end zone over his head by a foot and dirted the ball in front of the deep receiver who appeared open by, as Troy Aikman pointed out, 5 yards. And I couldn't tell who he was intending. I felt for the stat guy who has to decide who was targeted on that play. I have no. Can you put in the shrug emoji in a stat sheet? That's basically been Cam's 2019 season over the last 2 home games over a span of 5 days, both losses. It's a shrug emoji. What's going on? And I'm not talking about his post-game and game day arrival garb. Ooh. With the scarf, the headscarf that my folks who watch every day and their parents, my grandparents, would call a schmata. It's what it looks like, a schmata.
How you spell that?
I believe SCHMA. It could be one T or 2 T's, A. Jay, I don't know if any of your family members know Yiddish. I know Del Tufo, who you're sitting in for today, don't know Yiddish, but
I believe it's 2 T's.
Okay, 2 T's. Thank you, Jay. Something Mike Del Tufo would never have been able to confirm. You're already a factor, Jay.
Like breakfast at Tiffany's look.
I don't know. But at any rate, after the game, Cam was asked what's going on with him. Is he okay? Because on 4th and inches, Cam could have scored a touchdown from as far away as they were. Forget the first down. Let him go back there and shotgun, or if you want, go under center. The whole country will know. Who cares if Ndamukong Suh's over there and 3 other people who could together weigh a ton? You can't stop Cam.
Not going over the top.
What's with that? So this was Cam after the game.
I feel extremely confident in the play. I've always felt confident in the plays that's called. Norv gives us a great chance, to put us in winning position. It's just up to us as players to execute.
Capable of running, do you feel?
I do. I feel okay. But you're not going to hear no type of reasons why tonight didn't go as planned. I have to be better.
Well, okay. I'm okay.
Yeah. Not convincing.
He's hurt. He's not the same. Just the eye test and the throws. He always used to throw high. He's always been one of those guys that will miss his receivers by a foot on occasion. But
he always has that big wind-up.
He's all over the place.
Yeah.
And now when it comes down to it, you don't go with Cam on short yardage, and that's potentially 20/20 hindsight. Ron Rivera was having none of the conversation about the play calling and having it connected to Cam's foot injury after the game.
Is Cam's foot such that
No, his foot is not such. Anymore? We don't trust it. Don't even worry about the foot. The foot's got nothing to do with it, okay?
What's the reasoning, though, between that play that has had statistically, the 4th and 1 Cam sneaking, statistically has had such unprecedented success in the league, but now it is not the first option?
Well, because we felt good about the play scoring a touchdown. Unfortunately, it didn't work. That's all I can tell you. We felt good about the play.
His foot is not such. Great response. Just cut him right off. His foot is not such. So, by the way, I believe that. I have been around many coaching staffs in my day and been around enough players who have played the game to explain how these things happen. Greg Olson, the the offensive assistant, not the tight end, after the game said that play with Norv, who dialed it up, that play is one that they have been practicing all summer long, maybe all spring long. Every team has a list, as well they should, of 2-point conversions, short yardage plays, in gotta have it situations, which of course that was last night. And they decided to go for it. Is Cam's foot situation such? Well, it's not such, he says. But that was a great question. I don't know who asked it. But Cam usually is the first option. Why are we not going with the first option? Why are we going with something else that's in your back pocket? With Christian McCaffrey normally gaining the edge, have to give it up. Again, Christian McCaffrey in week 1, did you see one of his touchdowns, his rushing touchdown, where he had his right arm on the ground and his tricep and biceps were just absolutely
Chiseled.
flaring to keep him up and his upper body up to extend the ball with his other hand and make sure his knees weren't on the ground. I mean, that is a serious core workout in itself. He's been gaining edges for years. Couldn't on Hargraves last night. What a great defensive play. Got to tip the cap. But why no Cam? What is up with that? Next up, they've got to go to Arizona next week. They have the mini bye. Arizona comes east to take on Baltimore. So Kyler Murray will have back-to-back games against fellow Heisman Trophy quarterbacks. It's Lamar this week, Cam next. Must win. I mean, that's it. If they don't come out with a win in Arizona, and you could sit here and say, well, they should. Well, who the heck knows? And then they're at Houston. This is it. Season's on the line. I think Cam's hurt. He's not the same.
For more of The Rich Eisen Show, tune to Audience Channel 239 on DirecTV for free on BR Live or download the Rich Eisen Show app.